In times, I am very productive, like really productive. Um, I was thinking specifically about the business I'm trying to grow with woodworking. You know, I make stuff with wood. And I've only been doing it a year, and I've improved a lot, a lot, like drastically. You know, because I put a lot of work into it. And up until recently, I was putting a lot of work into it, doing like wee bits of businessy stuff at the moment, kind of just to try and do something, you know. But I haven't really producing any stock, which is a problem. But not that I'm selling anything at the moment anyway. But you need to improve your craft and refine. Um, so in times I've been very productive, and one of the most common questions, you know, I suppose I could call myself an artist, but at this point, I get people ask me, "How are you so motivated? How are you so driven?" Um, and it's an interesting question, really, isn't it? Because there's many parts to it. Um, Having an interest helps, of course. I'm quite interested in what I do. There's a lot to it, a lot to learn, and you see, I do everything myself, so um, you develop new habits and so on. It's not as rote, you know. There's a degree of flexibility with it, which is very appealing to me. It means you can develop your own method, your own way of doing things, which is important, for me anyway. But driven, how am I so driven? How have I been so driven my whole life to learn and learn? It's mostly about learning. How can I be so driven to learn? And it's a funny question, and I can't help but think about this person that I knew recently, who, through their own admission, is terribly disorganized and endless procrastination, and used to be creative but has no interest in it anymore, but regrets it. You know, I can't help think about somebody like that and the background that they have and where they come from and where I come from. So to me, it becomes a question of class, economics, you know. See, for me, I've never had help as a man. This is gender stuff too. As a man, I've never had help with anything. I didn't have any male role models, so I had to make myself. I built myself, you know, and that was long, hard, and difficult. But I built myself, and now I am my own entity. I am my own person. I'm very proud of that, because nobody helped me do fucking shit, let me tell you. um, so I had to build myself. And when you have to do something like that, you forge something inside. You realize, and I've had many points in my life where you feel like you're finally at rock bottom, right? And you realize that no one is going to save you. No one is going to come out of the blue and show you the way, take you out of this situation you're in, give you resources, give you techniques, methods, way of dealing. It's not going to happen. And it didn't happen for me. So you either sink or you fucking swim. And I swam. You know, I said to myself, you know what? World not gonna throw me a bone here? Fine, fuck you, world, and fuck everybody in the world. Nobody's gonna help me, I'll just help myself. So I did. And a lot of that is class, you know, it is. It is class. Because if you grow up dirt, like I am, no fucking opportunities whatsoever, Like, I went to a good school and everything. The school was full of rich fucking pricks, but I got in anyway, and I got in on merit. And I stayed on merit. I didn't work hard at school or anything, because, like, I didn't give a shit, but I did alright, just because I'm smart. You know? It was only really after I left school that I started to actually work hard. And that was many years later, after much self-discovery. And then I think about the opposite side. I think about this person. I think about what they've achieved in their life. And yeah, they've probably worked hard, but are they driven? I would say no. I would say for a lot of people, the notion of drive is a temporary thing. You know, they treat it like something whimsical and organic, something like weather. It comes and it goes, you know. It's a passing notion, you know, almost like you're waiting for something. And to me, that's not the way it's been. You have to, for me, I had to make that happen. You have to forge it within yourself. It all comes from coming from nothing. Like, there's so many elements to it as well. Like, I have a chip on my shoulder. Like, I have so much potential, and I never really got to fulfill that in any reasonable way. So I have that to prove, you know, and that's such a potent motivator, especially when you have such bitterness for people around you, people like this who take and take and take, you know, and they never see consequence. I have a point to prove to them that, you know, you're nothing and I'm everything. I am strength and you're a weakness. So it's drive. I have drive. I've had to build myself from nothing, and I'm not unique. There are people who build themselves from nothing too. But you had to come from nothing. You had to come from nothing to begin with, because otherwise it just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense, does it? And I can't help but think about this person and the opportunities that they had, you know, and they preach like what they have is based on merit, but it's not true strength. You see, it doesn't come from you if you treat it on base level as something passing. You know, that's just riding the wave. So why am I so driven? Because I have to be. Because that's the way it's been for me. And I'm very, very, very proud of it. How would I be able to communicate that to other people without sounding like a fucking arrogant asshole? I can't. I guess I'm just an arrogant asshole then. But I can be, because I've earned it. So fuck everybody who says otherwise, you know. Not that I'm a great success or anything, because I'm certainly not. Maybe someday I will if I don't die first, but we'll find out, I guess. But yeah, why are you so driven? Why are you so driven? I don't know. I've only got one life, and nobody helps me, so I help myself. Like, it's really as simple as that. Yeah. Be driven.